Hello, guys. Hi, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing great as well. In this vlog, we are going to talk about IELTS, how to get 7 bands in 7 days in IELTS. It's a 7-day challenge. And before starting my vlog, I would tell you that IELTS is a easy exam. It's not that difficult. If you practice well, it's quite easy exam. So the thing is, you need to have the dedication in you, and you don't need any extra tuitions for it. You don't need a practice, but you can do it in within 7 days. First, let me give you the brief introduction of IELTS. It's an international English language test system which defines your score of language understanding, and it is required to move any country, any European country where the English is the basic first language. So you need to write this exam in order to go to that countries, in order to pursue education or in order to work there. So it is much important exam, and it is conducted by IDP, British Council, and also the Cambridge assessment system. So, and also some universities have different exams. So IELTS is the most common and the most famous exam. IELTS is categorized into two. One is academic and other is general. Academic is usually for the students, and general is for the immigrants who are going directly on job or migrating to other countries directly on the PR or something like that. So in this vlog, we are going to talk about the IELTS academic because it is the most common exam which is attempted in order to move abroad, as the rate of student visas are quite higher. So I will speak about IELTS academic in this vlog. Firstly, the band score is between 0 to 9, 0 being the least and 9 being the highest, and most universities usually accept the band score of 6.5 to 7. And for the research program and the PhDs, you have to get 7 bands in all the modules. So let's come to the modules. IELTS academic is divided into further 4 modules, that is listening and speaking and reading and writing. So the most easiest is listening, speaking, then reading, then last it is writing. So listening and speaking can be improved, and you can get the most bands there. And even if you are basic speaker, you can even write in a well manner. Reading is might be a tricky and difficult, but we are going to learn some tricks in this, so carry along. Listening is actually 30 minutes section, and in this sections you will listen four different recordings, and you will have 40 questions. So usually here you have to focus on the place, time, and number. You have to focus on the exact proportion rather than the whole words, like what time it is. So you can just miss the other words and you can focus on the time. So you can actually improve your listening speed by listening to different podcasts. Don't watch the movies. People do recommend it watch the movies, but the thing is, listen to the podcast and also listen to the recordings. And there is a lot of channels on the YouTube where the listening practice sessions are being conducted, and it also has raw data, so you can get it from there and you can practice. Focus more on place, as I said, place. You have to focus on numbers, you have to focus on time if it is given. So these are the focusing areas. So here if you focus, you can get more marks. Most important thing is, in the listening section you have to be very careful with the spellings, because even if the one letter is wrong and whole word is wrong, so you will not get the marks for that. So you have to be very careful when writing. So if you have some issues with the spelling, you can practice along, but the thing is, you have to be careful with the spelling whenever you're writing down, and you have to focus on, as I already said, you have to focus on time, number, or any location or any date which is being specified. So these are the things to be focused. You don't have to listen everything, but the thing is, focus in these areas to get a very good score. So second is reading. Reading is usually 60 minutes section. In this, you will have 3 passages and you have 40 questions for it. And the thing is, here you don't have to read each and every word. You just have to skim it and scan it. You just have to focus on the areas, like you have to read the question and focus on the areas in the passage session. So it is more important, and whatever the the most focused area is you can underline that, and by this, you can actually score good, rather than reading the whole paragraph. It is very time consuming, it will be very time consuming, and you might not get that much good grades also. So the thing is here, the only trick is skimming and scanning and doing as fast as you can and checking it again. Here the question types will be true, false, not given, and fill in the blanks, and matching headings and multiple choices. So these are the formats of the questions which will be given. It is not that difficult, but yeah, it is difficult when you don't read with the concentration. So you need concentration, you just need to scan and skim. You don't need to read each and every single thing. You need to focus on the important areas, aspects of the question, and understand the sentence properly. So this is the main bonus point. You don't just have to read it, but you have to understand it. So here the time management is quite important. For the first passage you can take about 15 minutes, for the second 20, and the third is 25, because the first one is the usually easiest and the last one is the hardest, so you can divide in that manner. So the task 3 will be the writing, and it will be again 60 minutes task. And here you have task 1 and task 2 in the writing. And for the task 1, it is usually graphs, pictorial charts, graphs, and everything. In the task 2, you have to write an essay. So coming to the task 1, here you will write an introduction and overview. That is what is the most important thing, and body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. So you have to write the four contexts. That is, first one is introduction, second one is overview, third one is body paragraph 1, and third one is, sorry, fourth one is body paragraph 2. So here you don't have to use the fancy sentences, but you can elaborate your sentences, like for example, overall the number of the students increased while the number of the teacher decreased. So the thing is, like this kind of sentences you can use, you can elaborate the sentence and use, and you don't have to use the fancy vocabulary. It has to be natural, and it has to be making sense with the sentence. Task 2 is usually giving a solution or your opinion to a possible problem. So the thing is, you have to write your opinion, discussion, and problem solution. So you have to write in a very collective manner, and you have to write in a sequential manner, and you don't have to use repetitive word all the time. You can use modest words, or the words which are quite similar to that, but not that fancy. If you are using the fancy words, well and good for you, but it's not always that you use fancy vocabulary and get good grades. So you have to use the words which makes more sense. So again, the fourth section is speaking. The first section usually lasts for about 11 to 14 minutes, or it might be like 15 minutes, but not more than that. So this section might include your introduction, and they will give you like cue card, and also you have some topic of the discussion. In the cue card, they will ask you to speak about 2 minutes about a particular topic. Usually they give easy topics, like what are your hobbies, what do you think about your future, where you see this and that. But the thing is, sometimes, very rarely, they ask difficult questions, like do you feel the work culture might be in 10 years and 20 years, like that, in a particular company. So you need to have a generalized idea about everything. Sometimes they might ask about politics, sometimes they might ask about science and technology. But the thing is, usually they ask very basic and easy questions, which anyone can say. Most important thing in this section you should remember is, you should, whenever you are speaking, it should be very natural. Like you should not do in between. You can just take your time. You can take a pause, not too much long, but you can take a general pause, and you can just say, I believe this is very important and part of the discussion. These are my views, something like that you can say. But avoid saying for more than 2 or 3 times. And also avoid giving the short answers, like do you like this movie? Yeah, I like this movie. No, you need to elaborate the answer. Yeah, I like this movie because this movie contains this kind of stuff which is very personal to me, and something. So you have to speak in this manner. You can practice speaking by daily looking in the mirror, and you can actually record what you speak, like for 2 minutes, and see whether you can speak or not. You can improve in this manner. But speaking and listening is generally quite easy compared to other sections. but you have to focus on reading and writing. The thing is, as I've already mentioned, that it's a 7 day challenge of 7 bands. If you're really focused and you have a basic English, you can do it. The thing is, you have to have, at least 5 to 6 recordings of listening per day, and it will get easy. And then speaking also, you can do it like 3 to 4 sessions or 5 sessions. For writing, you can do 2 tasks. For reading also, you can, do one mock test every day. So you can do it for the first 5 days. Then on the sixth and seventh day, you can actually, collaborate all the sections and do it in your manner. So you're actually going to score very good grades if you follow these tips and tricks. It's quite easy, it's not that difficult. It's all about the mindset. But if at all you're passionate, if you want to, crack in 7 days, you can actually do it. The only thing is you need some practice, some serious practice, and you can actually crack it. You have to listen, understand, and focus. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And you need to have confidence when you speak, because confidence comes with time. It's not that easy, and it's not that difficult. So whenever you're speaking to someone, or speaking to yourself in the mirror, just remember that you're the only person who knows English, and the person in front of you doesn't know English. So just be comfortable, be that comfortable, and practice, so that it will be quite easy for you. So I hope my session was actually helpful. You can practice these things from Baby Code app. I used to have this app called as Baby Code. It is available on Play Store, and you can download from there. It actually takes about 400 to 500 rupees, INR, Indian rupees. It's quite cheap. It gives access for 2 years, so you can practice anytime by doing there. It is better to practice than giving hefty uh, tuition fees every time. You can do it on your own. It's not that difficult. I hope you liked and enjoyed my session. If you liked, please give thumbs up, and comment down and share my link with people who might be coming or going to other countries. And you can suggest me ideas what more you want to listen in future. Thank you so much. Take care. Until next time. Bye bye. See ya.